Can you imagine a soldier home from war, his heart full of love for his family, only to face a tragedy that shatters his world? What if the brother he saved from prison becomes his only hope or his greatest betrayal? This is Sam's story, a tale of love, loss, and a haunting secret that could destroy everything. The story begins, and we see Sam, a U.S. Army soldier, enjoying his leave with his family before deploying to Afghanistan. He's happy, surrounded by his wife, Grace, and their 2 daughters. But soon, Sam heads to the prison to pick up his brother, Tommy, who's being released today. Overjoyed to see Tommy, Sam insists he join them for dinner that night, as their parents will also be there. Tommy agrees, and they head home. At Sam's house, Grace is preparing dinner, but she's uneasy. Grace doesn't like Tommy at all. When Tommy arrives, the family sits down to eat, including Sam's young daughter, Maggie. During dinner, Maggie innocently blurts out that her mom isn't happy about Tommy's presence. Tommy brushes it off and the meal continues. But Sam's father repeatedly insults Tommy, calling him a failure and a drifter, saying he should have been like Sam. He proudly declares his admiration for Sam while humiliating Tommy further. Frustrated, Tommy slams his fist on the table, scaring the kids, and their father storms out. Sam tries to calm Tommy, urging him to leave his bad habits behind and become a better person, saying he knows Tommy has good in him. Tommy, overwhelmed, leaves. Later, Sam and Grace share an intimate moment, knowing he's leaving for Afghanistan the next day. Morning comes, and Sam departs with his battalion. But as their helicopter crosses the Afghanistan border, it crashes, and everyone is presumed dead. The news reaches America, and officers inform Grace that Sam was on the crashed helicopter, with nearly all aboard killed. Devastated, Grace believes her world has collapsed and falls into a deep depression. One night, Tommy visits Grace and she tells him Sam is gone. Tommy, shattered, lashes out, unable to process why no one told him sooner. Sam was the only person who truly understood him, and now he's lost his closest ally. Their father, too, is in shock, grieving the loss of his favorite son. The family spirals into despair. Sam's funeral is held, but without his body, they perform a memorial service. Marine officers give Grace a letter Sam wrote before his presumed death, but she lacks the courage to read it. Meanwhile, Tommy's father continues to berate him, blaming him for everything, and Tommy feels utterly alone without Sam to defend him. At home, Grace struggles, unable to sleep or face the letter, so she hides it. Then, the scene shifts to Afghanistan, where Sam is revealed to be alive, held captive with his comrade Joe by terrorists. Their condition worsens daily under brutal treatment. Back home, Tommy, drunk at a bar, calls Grace to pay his tab. She brings him to her house, and the next morning Tommy sees Grace's daughters cooking to cheer her up. Grace is touched, and when their father arrives, he's pleased to see Tommy helping. He apologizes to Tommy, expressing regret that the kitchen, which Sam promised to fix, will remain unfinished. Moved, Tommy decides to renovate it himself. He gathers friends to help, but Grace, angry, tells him she doesn't need his help. Tommy insists the kitchen needs it, and he continues working. In Afghanistan, Sam and Joe endure relentless torture. Joe, broken, says it would have been better to die in the crash. The terrorists move them to meet their leader, who shoots a man to prove his ruthlessness. He demands Sam and Joe record a video saying what he dictates. Joe complies, but Sam refuses. The terrorists separate them, forcing Sam to make a horrific choice: kill Joe with a rod or be killed himself. Under threat, Sam, losing his sanity, beats Joe to death, and the terrorists record it. Back home, Tommy finishes the kitchen, bonding with Grace's daughters and earning their affection. He organizes a surprise for Grace's birthday, and she thanks him, warming to his presence. Tommy spends more time with the family, helping Grace and playing with the kids, slowly changing for the better. Haunted by his past, including a bank robbery where he assaulted a woman, Tommy seeks her out to apologize. She's relieved, her trauma easing, and Tommy feels a sense of redemption. He shares this with Grace, who's happy to see his transformation. In a moment of vulnerability, they kiss, but immediately regret it, apologizing and vowing it won't happen again. In Afghanistan, the U.S. Army raids the terrorist hideout, killing the captors and destroying the camera with the incriminating video. Sam is rescued and returns home. The family is overjoyed, but Sam is haunted by Joe's death. He notices the renovated kitchen and learns Tommy fixed it. As time passes, everyone senses Sam has changed. Grace sees torture scars on his body, but he refuses to talk. His father also notices his distant behavior, but Sam stays silent. One day, Sam sees Tommy playing with his daughters and Grace smiling, sparking suspicion of an affair. He confronts Tommy, who denies it, but Sam's doubts grow. He visits his senior officer, requesting to return to Afghanistan, but his officer, sensing his mental instability, advises rest. At home, Joe's wife asks Sam about Joe's death, but he can't answer, growing more tormented. He confronts Grace, who admits to the kiss with Tommy. Furious, Sam storms out, standing outside Joe's house all night. Determined to move forward, Sam apologizes to Grace and plans plans his daughter's birthday party. Tommy attends with his girlfriend, and everyone seems happy, except Sam's older daughter, upset over not receiving a gift. When the kids interrupt Tommy's girlfriend's story, Sam snaps at his daughter. She lashes out, saying she wishes he'd died because they were happier with Tommy, and that Grace was intimate with him. Enraged, Sam fights with Grace, accusing her of betrayal. He destroys the kitchen Tommy built, shouting about his own actions. Tommy arrives to stop him, but Sam pulls a gun, aiming it at him. Police arrive, treating Sam gently as a Marine, but his anger escalates. He fires into the air, then puts the gun to his head, contemplating suicide. Tommy and Grace plead with him, and he relents. The police arrest him and take him to a mental hospital. Grace finally reads Sam's letter, realizing how much he loves her. Sam calls Tommy from the hospital, apologizing and calling him a good brother. Grace visits Sam, demanding the truth. He confesses to killing Joe, revealing the guilt eating him alive. Grace, understanding his pain, embraces him, and the movie ends.